I'm not really quite sure how I ended up in this position, but I need a Sims house that's got space for at least 20 infants, maybe more. I know this is a mistake. I shouldn't be doing this. Basically, tonight on my Twitch channel, I'm gonna do a stream where I add an infant to my household for every $1,000 we raise for charity. And unfortunately, I have done this a couple of times in previous years. Here's just a brief example of my game in 2023 when I did this the first time. I started out with just a regular size starter home, and then I had to keep expanding it this way to have space for all the babies. This is so ridiculous. It is unrealistic. It is unreasonable. You need mods to do it, and the game doesn't even really work when you try. Imagine how glitchy just one infant can be in The Sims 4, and then multiply that by 22. But if I'm gonna do this today, I am gonna need a house for it. So that's what we're gonna make in this video. Also, I am getting real sick of this full screen pop-up every single time I open my game. We get it, there is a sale. I'm gonna use Agnes Crumplebottom to do this, and I've given her the family-oriented, proper, and also dance machine traits, because dance machine Sims can take disco naps, which is kind of like a sneaky way to get your energy up pretty quick. It's better than a normal nap. The needs of the solo adult in this household are gonna be like the #1 thing holding us back. Okay, the game also not working is probably gonna hold us back, but so we're gonna need to try and get the nicest possible bed, easy access to food. We're gonna try to optimize the layout to make it easier for her to get to all of the babies. And again, I realize how ridiculous this goal seems. I'm gonna give her a little bit of extra money too. Money's not really a factor in this challenge, and we're also gonna be able to use the money trash can. And when you have 20 infants and you start putting plates in the trash can, you get loads of money. So it's not really a problem. This thing gives you 10 simoleons per sim in your household. I'm also gonna buy her the nicest bed. It's a big cost, but it's worth it because it gets their energy up so quick. She's gonna need a really nice shower for herself. Hold on, look at this toilet. This is bladder 10, water efficiency 4, comfort 5, reliability 3. But this one has higher reliability. Should I just use this toilet instead? Huh. Okay, this is gonna seem really strange, but I'm also not gonna put a kitchen, or maybe I just won't put a nice kitchen, because I'm gonna use this bigger gatherings banquet table to cook for my Sims, because you can just serve food on here. So all she needs is this thing and a fridge, and then she's covered. Let's start talking layout of the house real quick. So maybe she could have like a little living room. It'd probably be good for us to get a nice TV or something so she can get her fun up quickly. We could have an entryway, a little living room, a dining room, or maybe the living room could be over here and we could have the dining room kind of in the entrance. I was thinking that this could be the kitchen. And who am I kidding? I don't need a dining room. Like, what am I saying? A dining room for who? Like, just Agnes? I'm gonna make this her bedroom and her bathroom. And we'll put like the really good stuff in there. And then I guess all the rest of the house is going to be for the infants. And we'll just start like adding them in to this big space in the back. The infants could probably have their own bathroom as well. Maybe we could put a couple of tubs in here or something. All right, this sort of makes sense to me. I'm kind of trying to give myself a little bit of wiggle room on the off chance that I decide to hire a nanny, because if this starts getting really bad, we might need to hire some help, so we're gonna need room to do that. Should I have made the house wider? I don't like it. Never mind. Oh, too skinny. Okay, this is a really weird shaped room, but imagine just a ton of infant stuff everywhere in there. We gotta have space for cribs and space to have play mats. Like, we need to have it all. I think I'm gonna rearrange their bathroom because I don't really like it like that. I'll just put the roof on sort of like this. Obviously, it's not like the cutest thing ever from the outside, but it doesn't really need to be. It just needs to be functional. Functional and like not ugly is kind of what I'm going for with this place. Oh, maybe there could be a little deck. That might be kind of cute, like a little bit of outdoor space for the babies. When I did this last time, nobody aged up, so I didn't have to worry about toddlers. I even turned aging off because that was kind of the challenge, like to manage to successfully care for all of the infants. Toddlers are a lot easier than infants. In a challenge like this, you realize that because the key thing is being able to feed them, and toddlers can feed themselves. You can just leave food out and they can grab it. It's almost physically impossible to feed all of the infants when you do this. So that's the real thing holding us back when we play in this challenge. I don't really care how the windows look. As long as they have some windows, it's like fine by me. Okay, hear me out with this. I'm gonna make a separate bedroom for the infants. This can be like infant playroom vibes. And then this one can be infant bedroom stuff. In my experience last year, I actually didn't use the cribs like at all because I couldn't keep up with them being in the cribs. It was easier for me to have them be on the floor than to have them be in a crib. And I might actually extend this out a little bit more too, because we can get another row of cribs this way. But at least if we have some cribs, we can like upgrade them eventually to have like Playmobiles and stuff, and it can help them sleep better. We can also put music in here, and we can have this little radio playing lullabies. Do I want another one? I don't know. I don't think so. I think probably just this many is good. It's only 7, which is maybe not ideal, but keep in mind that most of the time they're gonna be on those little infant play mats. Now these play mats are nice because you can just leave the baby in the floor on them. They can sleep on there, they can play on there to like get milestones. The babies might even be lucky to be on a play mat. Like there might come a point where we're just putting babies on the floor in general. So this is gonna be fine. This is 14, plus the 7 in here puts us at 21 beds total. I did need 22 last year. I might not need as many this year, but maybe I'll make a little extra row just in case. And I guess if we have to, we can start putting them outside, like on this little patio area. I just had an idea to get Agnes's fun up really fast. The bikes are like a miracle. They get their fun up basically instantly. Let me show you. Oh, I completed the first milestone by spending 1,000 simoleons on kids stuff. I think I spent a little bit more than 1,000 simoleons actually. Okay, but look, if her fun is really low, like all the way down, if I have her ride around on the bicycle, watch this. She gets on it at 8:40 a.m. and look at how quickly it goes up. So already by like 9 a.m., 10 a.m., she's fine. 30 minutes of riding the bike and her need is like completely full. I'm gonna leave that outside for us because that's gonna come in handy. I don't like the house. Looking at it from the front, it looks bad. It's okay. Let's change the colors of these to be like a pattern because now it's a little bit more interesting and colorful. There's just a bunch of variety going on. I think we need a funkier floor in this room. And then maybe the tiles, we can do like funky, colorful tile too. These ones are from Love Struck. I think maybe this bathroom needs to be bigger. And maybe this bathroom also. I don't expect to use the changing table. If I'm being completely honest with you, I just don't see a world where that happens. But I will put a couple of them in just in case. What's more likely is I'm gonna just bathe them. And what's even more likely than that is that I just won't bathe them. What's probably actually gonna end up happening is we just don't use this stuff at all. There will come a point in this challenge where it no longer becomes about keeping their needs filled. It just becomes about them not getting taken away. So it kind of just becomes about feeding them, like going through and trying to successfully feed the baby. I'm putting 2 tubs in there because if we hire a nanny, we can have nanny do like the other bathing. All right, there's 3 changing tables total, 2 bathtubs. Oh, and that can actually get shrunk because you just need space for 2. I could get more of these. Ooh, I like that better. I feel like that's nicer. I mean, it's not nice, just to be clear, but it's nicer. Yeah, I don't know how to put this thing in here. I'm actually really struggling with it. The way that I've laid this out is not good. I thought it was good, but now I'm doing it and I'm realizing I was wrong. I don't really think that we need to have a stove for like the reasons I was explaining earlier, but I might put one anyway. Maybe the banquet table can go outside. And I'm gonna cheat for money again. Sorry, kind of feel bad, but it has to be done. I would love to have a really fun and colorful rug, but I don't really like most of them. Oh, I guess this one, that has some potential. Maybe the buffet table could still go in here. We could put it like underneath the window and I can just scoot the living room over a little bit. What about this one? No, too fancy and modern. I never use this one. This is Movie Hangout. That's colorful and cutesy. It could be cool. I think I'm gonna spend a lot of money on a TV. This is like a mixture of a TV, a radio, a bookshelf. It's got like everything all in one. We probably do not have any sort of need for high chairs because the babies are never gonna get the milestones they need to be able to use them. But I think maybe we could put like 3 of them just in case. It also helps with getting some cute color in here. Like, let's be realistic. When is Agnes gonna have time to eat? She's never gonna use that thing. Oh, I'm gonna get some stuff from Kitchen Clutter. Okay, hear me out. The cereal box, because it's cute, and then she can grab cereal from the cereal box. That's like a giant print, but I'm still gonna use it because it matches. But the cereal's like a quick meal, so that makes it easier for her to get food. Okay, she can watch TV, she can read, she can listen to music. I think her headphones are probably gonna come in really handy once she gets them, because then she can have music playing in her ears while she's taking care of the babies. But until then, we've got the bike, like we've got other options. I'm gonna put some little cutesy kids things in here because look at how fun that is in the bathroom. Oh no, wait, maybe these towels are better. Hold on. These look more like they belong to a kid's bathroom. We can do them in like 2 different colors. Somehow now we gotta figure out a way to like bring this back together and make it not look horrible. I don't know how we're gonna do that, but we gotta like tie it all together somehow. Oh, I'm gonna get some lights outside too. Okay, there's a trash can fan in almost every room, so we can drag plates and diapers and stuff easily. I'm cheating for money again. I'm so sorry. I never said it was gonna be a budget challenge, okay? What happens if I use two completely different, really wacky themes on the curtains? I don't know. Also, what happens if I put this bookshelf along the full back wall? I'm not really thinking about that as like something to use. It's more just for the vibes, because it kind of helps with the room looking like a cutesy little kid's room. I may need to go get an infant. And what do you mean? Poorly decorated, Agnes. I'm sick and tired of this. Okay, I'm gonna give her an infant daughter named Kayla, and we'll try and make her look like me. I've always wanted to wear a little pink bear onesie. I'm kind of jealous of the outfit. And I'll randomize her trait too. Calm. Calm? All right, well, that's not true. That's not a word that I would frequently use to describe myself. Okay, I just wanted to test out and see if I can use these that are up against the bookshelves. I'm pretty sure she can. Yeah, because they walk on top of them. Okay, so we're fine. All right, I'm on the playmat. I'm also gonna save the game. Okay, one other thing that we need, and this is horrible, you're gonna hate this, but something else that I need are bassinets. Not because I'm gonna have newborns, like I'm not gonna keep newborns in the house. Oh, you know what? I may extend this out a little bit more. I wanna make sure I have space for 3 of them. But basically, I need the bassinets because this is how we get the infants. I'm gonna do it like this: MC Command Center, MC pregnancy start, and then we'll just like pick a random sim. I'll probably just get in a club because then we'll know some people, and then you can start a pregnancy. You can just set it up so it gives you a baby, and then we can make her go into labor. And then if I have a bassinet in my house, I can get the baby really easily. This is just an example, and we'll just randomize it. Kelly, there you go. That's actually really funny. Because everybody used to call me Kelly. That's like a really long time lilsimsie meme from like 2017. Usually you have to just give it an extra second and then you can age the baby up. Yeah, now I can. And then boom, we have another infant. Oh, she took a picture. That's cute. Okay, well that was just an example. I am not keeping that one. I'm getting rid of that one. Delete that sim. All right, let's get a couple of things for Agnes's room though, because we know she's gonna need, well, I guess she doesn't actually need any of this, but it is kind of nice to have it look like a real room, even if she doesn't technically need these things. And I guess if you were gonna try and do this without like cheating to add the babies to your household, you could have your sim woohoo in this shower. Oh, I could also shrink this again, now that I think about it. But she sort of has to woohoo in the shower because she doesn't have a bed that she can woohoo in. But you sort of have to woohoo in the shower because you don't have a bed that you can woohoo in. Oh, I guess we probably want to get another window right here in the front. It's just getting so wide. And I fear that if we end up needing more space than this, I'm gonna have to just extend out this way, like in the one from last year. It's gonna look ridiculous. Okay, let's put some clutter in here. How about stuff from the everyday clutter kit? Because I love like this little thing. Sometimes I'll put the bags on it as if they're hanging there on the hooks too. And we could probably use some stuff from my clutter kit in her bedroom. Oh, like an alarm clock. She might need that. Maybe a candle too. Let's rearrange all this real quick. Agnes, you're kind of like standing directly in the way of what I'm trying to do here. Oh, and the book. She can be like mid-book because obviously she doesn't have any time to read right now. So she has to just put the book down and not finish it. Oh, that's really nice. I like that. I'm not sure if the real Agnes would actually end up picking any of this as like the color scheme in her bedroom, but this Agnes does. This Agnes can use it. I would really like to try and get some kind of cute tile behind the kitchen cabinets. I'm not sure which one. There are some that have a bunch of colors to them. If you wanted to try that and like kind of mix it all together, we could also probably get a welcome mat. Oh, I could use the cute little gnome one. I'm gonna try and get some baby looking clutter. Maybe like this little toy basket. You don't actually need a toy basket for infants, like they can't even use it, but it does seem like something that they would have in here. Maybe I could get a shelf or two to put some cute stuff on right here. We got some extra diapers and like wipes out just in case. Oh, this would be cute. This little bookshelf thing, just to add some decor. Okay, I put another book on the table, and then I'm wondering about putting like, I don't know, some of this stuff is really weird. I guess probably just a plant. Oops, I scooted those way too far back. Okay, that's fine, like that. Now we have to pick wallpaper for the kids' rooms, and unfortunately, I am extremely tempted to use something absolutely horrendous. Like, I would sit here and I would use this wallpaper in the kids' room. Maybe we could do like the fun pink colors in this area. Can I get a couple of curtains? I don't really like how those curtains look, but I guess we could do them in like this darker teal color. I don't know, I almost think it's better to just have the whole room be funky like this. Maybe if we do wacky wallpaper, I should pick a more subtle carpet, because that looks okay together. Maybe they don't need curtains. All right, I'm putting some of these little pictures above here. I'll move the radio off to a side. There are some things like this cabinet could be helpful to have in there, just with like some extra storage supplies. And I want to make sure they can still walk around this. That's why I've got a gap over here, because I want to be able to like get to it from all angles. So I might not put too much else in that room. In this room, I'm really tempted to use this wallpaper. I can't help it. I know it's like absolutely horrifying, but it's so fun. Oh, we could also just use, I mean, this is kind of basic, but that might be fine too. Okay, I put like a little cutesy kitty mirror right there. I'm gonna put a telescope, and we can put some posters in the room also. They have some really cute little ones. I always feel bad when I use these posters because they have these fairy swatches, and I always feel like people get excited when they see them. They're like, oh my god, fairies! But it's from the kids' room stuff pack, and it's been in the game forever. These are posters of a sim just in the spooky stuff fairy costume too. So unfortunately, it's not, I don't think it's hinting at anything. The kids' room stuff pack came out in June of 2016. So at this point, I feel like if they were hinting, it probably would have come true by now. Okay, I'm gonna put a couple of these little lights in too. And then I think that the whole interior might be complete. I like how it kind of looks normal from the outside. You know, like you wouldn't realize, and then you go in and it's like, oh, okay. I'm gonna try this wall speaker in here also. I'm not sure if I want to keep it, but I'll leave it for now. And then I'm gonna make it into a blue Suburban. Very unassuming. Nobody would suspect a thing. You think, oh, it's just a normal blue Suburban house. Okay, Get Famous has these really cute flower boxes that are pretty colorful. So I think I want to put a couple of those in. I don't think it looks very good on this window, unless it does look cool. Maybe it looks cool and like intentional on that window. I guess it feels like it's kind of built in, doesn't it? Oh, maybe it's perfect then. And I actually really do like the colors on it, so that's good. I'm using real money for the landscaping. I'm just gonna let myself pay for it for real. Sometimes I would do debug landscaping for stuff like this, but desperate times call for desperate measures. And I guess in this case, the desperate measure is me wanting to have real plants. Okay, now we just try to organize a mix of different colors of flowers. I'm picturing something kind of like this, right? You can size down this purple one and put it over there. Oh, it's really cute. I'll just put the bike in the front yard so we can keep it for later. And we'll try and do something quite similar with the landscaping around the other sides. Oh, this looks terrible. We can put a few little plants over here. Okay, here's kind of what it looks like top down. I think maybe I need a couple more plants just in this last little corner to like balance it out a bit more. Yeah, something like that is pretty cute. Okay, let's put some terrain paint and I think we're good. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave this part blank so we've got space to expand, and I think we're good. Just aside from this patio, part of me wants to leave it blank to leave some space to expand, and the other part of me thinks like just put something there for now and then you can delete it if you need more room. Maybe I will put a little table on here. It makes it look even more normal from the outside, which is kind of funny. And if you want to watch me play in this house and like play this challenge, I'm gonna be live today on my Twitch channel. I usually stream at 4 o'clock Eastern time. I'm gonna link my Twitch stream and also our fundraiser for St. Jude down below in case you want to come donate or hang out. And if you miss the stream, because I realize this is kind of last minute, I always post my streams on my second channel called lilsimsie. So once that's uploaded, I'll link that video down below for you too, but for now I'll have the channel linked. Thank you for watching. Wish me luck. I'm trying my best. Hopefully I can survive this, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Okay? Bye everybody. Just looking at like the wall of all those playmats is making me feel stressed. I haven't even started yet and I'm already scared.